Good evening, all. Ira Epstein, and here we are with your SPDR ETF stock market wrap-up, and this wrap-up is for the evening, as we're here now on Thursday, September 19th. So, remember last night I said always be careful of the yin-yang, and what I mean by that is the timing of when big announcements by the Fed come out. They start at 1 o'clock with an announcement, press conference begins, and these are Chicago times, at 1:30, ending at 2:15. Well, what time do you think that is in Asia? It's middle of the night, not midnight, middle of the night. It's not even night, it's getting to be morning, but 3 o'clock, something like that. Most people are sleeping. In Europe, most people are they're away from the office. They've left. They're with their families, whatever they're doing in the evening, pubs, drinking, discos. I hope they're all having a good time, but they're not in the office at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock at night, typically. So as these people wake up, they respond and start looking at what the U.S. did, and it's either they give it a thumbs up, thumbs down, or they don't react to it. It's just the market was fine. Well, in this case, they reacted positive. Started in Asia, moved over to Europe, and by the time 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning happened in the U.S., we were up sharply. So go to your charts, take a look, and this is very typical of what can happen in a market when you get delayed reactions, and that's what I think you had. Now, a lot of people are going to question, and you should, does the market have to break in September? Does it have to be a weak month with the beginning of October off in the same way? And here's what it is. Nothing has to happen. Death and taxes are it that I know of. But the probabilities are that markets take a step back at those points in time. Does that mean you're short waiting for it to occur? Of course not. But does it mean you're getting ready if you're a bull like I think most of you are and I am, that on a break you want to buy? It certainly does. Is the setup there right now? I doubt it, all right? What happened today in the markets? Well, as you could see, it was a pretty good day for Tesla, up $4.50. Tesla rather up $16, NVIDIA up $4.50. Amazon had a good day, Netflix, Schwab, Home Depot. Why not? People are going to have money. They're going to redo things with their homes. So be it Lowe's, the Menards of the world, all of them are going to be okay as I see it now. Uranium was a solid, it didn't break through as we talked about. We'll see that chart. Today was a crucial day for uranium, and it saved itself. Boeing can't go by all the markets around it up. It's in the middle of a strike. It's furloughing key employees, thousands of them, no pay, as it's hunkering down. Now, is this for show? Is this for real? I can't answer that. But they certainly weren't going right back in and going to say, you know, we want 40, you want 40, we offered 25, let's split it at 32. You got to work your way to that. If you've ever negotiated, there is an art to it, the art of the deal. You know who said that? And it's very true. There is an art to all that. In the metal markets, I am bullish metals. How could you not be? All right, let me explain why. Just because the Fed cut right now doesn't mean it takes effect. What the Fed did is they're behind at this point. The marketplace did it right. The cash markets were ahead of the Fed. The Fed is playing catch up. Even though the Fed chair didn't say that, the word today, recalibrate, came out, and I cracked up laughing at it. Recalibrate is no more than let me catch up. And had they had the bad jobs data via the revisionments that took place, they probably would have gone 25 in July. This gets them to where they would have been. Now, you know what they did. They're not going nuts with rate cuts. At least that's not what they're saying. The battle will come. They got to go bigger. They got to go further, so on and so forth. We know that. Now, there are no major reports by the government coming out tomorrow. We did get after the market Nike with a brand new CEO, and the stock jumped between 6.5%, 8%. FEDEX numbers came out after the close, and I was really surprised how bad they are predicting this, their forward guidance and where they're at. And that stock's down 11% or so in the aftermarket. Linn beat on earnings, but the new orders, the order book's not there, and we didn't expect it to be. You couldn't have done that with nearly 8% mortgages. But you went down today to 6.09. Freddie Mac was saying that was where they were. Now they're going to climb a little bit because we saw that interest yields went up today. But you're just about ready to get under 6%, and that'll bring out the order books and people looking at things. They're probably going to see that traffic pick up right away. Could be a good time. Let them come down enough to pick that up. That's how I'm going to view it. All right. So you and I go to where we're at in these charts and see what we've got. When we come to Visa, I was looking for the market to set back. I've said it to you each day. As we've come up with higher lows, higher highs, I said that if we pull back wherever the 18-day averages could be the interesting spot to finally come into the market. I think it was priced to perfection. And I saw a downgrade actually happen on it from one of the brokerage companies. You did not get up to the Bollinger Band here. You're falling on your own weight. And now you've lost the bullish embedded reading. So I think from my point of view as a chartist, that the market's going to go into this, and I wait and see how the chart action looks. It's got to work out of when you lose the bullish embedded reading, the market becomes overbought. You've got one number over 80, one under. As the market works that off, I start looking real hard for what I might want to do. I don't know that it's worth following Rivian much longer for all of us. You know that I think that the market is long-term going to get bought by pros between 13 and 12.62. Maybe we put something else up in front of it. I like CrowdStrike. I'm going to repeat, that was your low. I don't think you're visiting that again. I think that the company has kept most of its clients. I think they're working through a deal. The only company I know that is screaming that they were hurt so bad was Delta. Nothing wrong with that. Make amends, CrowdStrike. That's what you do. Is the company good? Yes. Do I think this is a base that is building? I want to go on record. I think it's a base that is building. So now I'm looking at this very hard. Uranium. Here was the key in uranium. Yesterday, as we talked about it, was the market, because you had an outside day down, going to accelerate. But if you take that high out, because it's an outside day, if that comes out today or Friday, what happens is the market opens the door to this being a bear trap, and maybe you go for the closest main number. This is what I teach in my outside day course. Go to iraepstein.com under courses. It's right there. Take it. Let me come back to that. I'm sorry that I went so fast. So the very next day, what we've got is here's how you're setting it up. Here's your outside day. And today, so no longer is this in play. That's very important. Otherwise, had you gone down under that low, I think you might have opened the door up for here. Now, I like the action. Now, I'm not bullish because you're overbought, but I like the action a heck of a lot more than I did 24 hours ago. In Dell, I've got problems with you buying a Bollinger Band. This market has come all the way up here. That's not to say it's not a buy, but it's overbought. It's at the band. I'd rather take a hard look right here at the combination of the 18 and the 200-day. And you'll say, well, Ira, what if you don't go there? If I can't get the chart the way I want, you don't play it. There's only 2,500, 2,600 other charts you can play. I'm being facetious, but it's reality. Did you see that the SEC is approved in a number of different markets, half-cent ticks? So you're going to be able to trade even better. And I think that's important with the market. When we look at Linn, so I think you're going to get that opportunity to come into the market in a way that we might want. This is not a chart setup that I'm seeing. You have a lower low, higher high. I'm aware it went to a new high. It's going to set back here if you get followed through off of that order book, and that'll be a bit of a problem. In the home builders, well, you can see there, this is the Gorilla Glue trade. And when that happens, you either all of a sudden let go or you embed. You haven't even begun the embedding process. So it's an overbought market. Where would you put a stop if you bought it? You're going to put one back here at 109.70 and you're buying it up there? I welcome you to do it. Nothing wrong with that. I wouldn't do that. In XLF, I think you're just caught between the upper and lower Bollinger Band in an overbought market. I wait. Opportunities will show. This is the exuberance off of what the Fed did leading up to it and now rewarding it. Again, the gorilla glue trade, are you going to force it to embed? I want it to embed or correct. It'll be one of the two. You've had a vertical price rise in the energies that I thought would have more difficulty at the 18-day average, but it got to the 200. It's not trending as you have a higher high and a lower low, but it's impressive in that that vertical rise is screaming, you know, folks, everybody's cutting interest rates. Why are you all so bearish on energy? Makes some sense to me. We have the gorilla or the elephant in the room. I think elephant's the right name. And that is who? China. If they will shoot a bazooka at their economy and get something going, then you would see energies really pick up. But they haven't yet. I think they're getting close. I think their problems are so big that they have to do things. Now, they won't just probably shoot that bazooka, and I think they should. They'll probably think something is bold that they come up with. They'll probably be wrong at first, but over time they may get it right. In the gold market, very interesting. Let's go to yesterday. There we are. Big outside day to the downside, right? Today you're checking out the Bollinger Band again. Very important what it does here. I don't know that this game's ready to go up to these levels. You could easily be back here and regroup, and I'd like to see that. You know I'm friendly to gold. You know that I like gold. I think it should be bought. The question is how and where. And that's what I think you got to just wait on. Be patient. Let markets come to you for the chart setups. In the silver, the same thing. You had a big outside day to the down. You got to move up. Now, I get impressed in both gold and silver if you take out Wednesday's highs, okay? That tells me this big move down was a trap for those getting super bearish. Don't take them out, and you probably do slip a bit in the marketplace. In the copper market, again, copper's looking like I am talking about oil. Everybody's cutting interest rates. Now, everybody didn't join the party today. The Bank of England didn't join the party, and I seriously doubt that you're going to get the Bank of Japan to join the party tomorrow. So we do have two big companies, big countries, not companies, big countries that are not doing it. They're holding out as long as they can. Okay. But we do have the Eurozone. We have ourselves going. We've got Canada going. I don't know what Mexico is going to do next, but you got a bunch of the G7s coming into all that, and I think it will be supportive. Now, what the heck happened here? Remember, if you go down, it means yields are falling. You ever hear buy the rumor, sell the fact? And that's what happened. Yesterday told you when these markets didn't hold, in BND and TLT, they probably wanted to correct. They already had their bullishness built in. They've lost their bullish embedded readings as well. Dollar fighting to decide what to do at the 18-day average. No decision yet that it's made. And in the euro, you're still overall in the bull camp. You are overbought. The market had an outside day down. You reestablish the bullishness if you take out this high. If you don't take that out, you probably got to regroup against the 18-day average of closes. So it's an interesting time. It's fun. Markets are like this. I'll catch up with one and all in the morning when we do our morning update. You have a great morning.